a little country church that brings me closer to my Savior. Little bit of heaven, a whole lot of love left behind.
Well, good morning and welcome to Rise and Sun, Franklin County. We're so glad that you're joining us this morning. Don't think the sun has come up yet. Always have to give you a report on that because sometimes we have a beautiful sunrise. So it hasn't popped up over the hill yet, so you may still can see a beautiful sunrise. We have some wonderful guests with us this morning, and we're going to get right to it. As you can see, Jamie always has to remind me I'm Joyce Gordon. Sometimes I come in here in such a whirlwind. Yeah, look at that. He's given me some advertisement this morning, and thank you so much. Got Jamie Singleton over there doing production this morning. Always like to give our guys and girls credit that do the production, because if they weren't here doing that, I couldn't be sitting here talking to you. So I'm going to let my first guest introduce himself and talk about what's coming up this weekend.
Thank you for having me this morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's so wonderful to have you.
My name is Dr. Matthew Phillips. I've been a family physician for about 20 years in Roanoke now. I serve at Franklin Heights Church in Rocky Mount.
Okay.
And every year we have an event called the Franklin County Health Fair. And it's an event made up of volunteers from Franklin Heights Church. And we partner with the Edward College of Osteopathic Medicine in Blacksburg. We get together and we provide this health fair, which includes several different screenings regarding various things that we'll talk about. And it's going to be this coming Saturday, August 24th, and it'll be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
We'll have physicians checking vital signs, checking blood pressure. We'll be able to screen your glucose. There are several things on here, and we can go through those
Sure.
as you'd like there.
Mm-hmm.
We have different stations. We'll be checking vital signs at one station, like I said, glucose. Another station, we're going to have one of the favorites. That's the skin cancer screening.
Okay.
I'll be doing that specifically. I've noticed that skin cancer is on the rise, especially in the last 4 years. And a lot of folks find it very difficult to get into a dermatologist.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there are so many patients and not enough providers. So we provide that and we can direct you to the appropriate care if we find something. We'll also have a vision screen. We may be able to give away a few reading glasses regarding that. We'll also have someone there who can help you with your medications, a pharmacy person. You can ask questions about side effects or interactions between different drugs. One of the other favorites is a dental truck. We have a dental truck that's set up with 2 different stations, and we have dentists there who are able to do screenings in your mouth and actually perform procedures if needed.
Okay. So would they do cleanings or maybe fill a cavity? Are they able to do that?
They're able to do those things.
Okay.
They've even done some extractions in the past.
Oh, all right.
But this one, as you can imagine, due to the time it takes, once you get there, it's more first come, first serve,
Mm-hmm.
and that one's on a schedule, more of a schedule there. So that one will be a little limited as far as the numbers,
Right.
even though this is open to the entire county.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds interesting. I know let me ask you, I have a connection. Do you need any more reading glasses to give away?
Absolutely.
I'll see if I can't facilitate that and get you some.
Thank you very much.
Because I'm president of the Lions Club. Oh, that would be, you live over here. That would be wonderful to have you join our Lions Club. I know you're so busy with all your patients, but it would be a good networking, and we'll only meet one night a month, second Thursday in the month at Jose's. So come and visit us and see what we're about, because, Lions started out being, Helen Keller challenged this group of men up in Illinois over 100 years ago to be Knights for the Blind. So we do some eyeglass assistance, and some, like the Smith Mountain League, goes out and tests children's eyes in the schools. So we're right in there with you. So I'll get some contact information from you, and I'll see if I can't connect you up with some reading glasses.
Thank you for that invitation.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well, hey, it never hurts. You know, you never, as I tell people, they never know what they're going to get on Rise and Shine. All right, so let's keep going here. We got another few more things that's going to be covered.
We will have a station regarding exercise nutrition. Have some handouts, information regarding that. The students there will check body mass index and give information regarding that as well. Talk about diabetes, hypertension. Osteopathic manipulation is also a favorite. The VCOM students set up several OMT tables, and they actually perform osteopathic manipulation. And patients love that. It feels good. They can help repair structure, which helps function. And some...
So is that like chiropractic type thing?
It's related to that.
Okay.
It's related to that. I do a lot of soft tissue techniques as well. And patients usually leave feeling really well after they have that manipulation.
Okay. I know when I had my breast removed, because you and I were talking about before this show that I had breast cancer, and I had a lady came in and she would do, I'm going to get this right, she would do massages to keep from me getting lymphedema.
Right.
And that was wonderful. I'm like, that makes me want to go and get a massage. Haven't done it yet. That's on my list. On my bucket list, maybe.
Lymphedema is one of the most common things that we can treat with osteopathic manipulation.
Okay. I may have to come check this out.
You're invited.
Thank you. Maybe I'll come and bring you glasses. Okay. We're going to talk about women's health too.
Yes, we'll have a station to talk about women's health. We'll talk about mammograms, when to get those. Very important. I've noticed an increase in numbers of breast cancers in my practice over the past several years. Talk about appropriate GYN exams as well. Probably talk about bone density recommendations, things like that.
I got an appointment to get that done because chemo affects that. In the past, they've told me I had bones at 75, but the last bone density test I had bones like a 35-year-old. So I'm like, but I did break my leg. But you know, they only do it from the knees up, right. And I broke my leg down below my knee, and I'm like, if they'd gone from my ankles up, maybe I'd knew more about what was that part of my leg was like. But I'm like you, I've been encouraging ladies on here to get their mammograms because early detection of breast cancer. I mean, look at me. I had chemo and I'm back. And I said, I was praying to God to put me back to normal, and everybody's wondering what is normal for her. Well, you never know. But I feel great. I've had the surgery. I've had the chemo. I'm going to have, we'll talk about that later. But we encourage you, I don't care how old you are. I don't think there's any age limit, do you?
No,
to encourage ladies to get their mammograms? Because I was 74 when I was detected. So I don't care if you're 75, if you're 80, get those mammograms. Have your colonoscopies because colon cancer is on the rise, is it not?
Absolutely, it is.
And gentlemen, you know what you have to do. Go get those other things checked. All right, so let's see, what else we got? Some Medicaid?
We'll have some information there for folks who need to be connected with Medicaid.
Okay.
And other services in the community, other social services in the community.
We know, and so many people don't know about some of the benefits that we have here in the community. I have a lot of nonprofits on, and when they had the police national night out, they had a lot of stations telling people of benefits that they have right here in Franklin County that they don't know are available. So this is wonderful. Now, we're going to have some child care if you need it.
Yes, we will. So you can imagine parents who bring their children in, it's going to be hard for them to get manipulation, worried about where their children are.
Right.
So we have folks there who will take care of your children in one safe place. We have a system where we check in your children and check them right back out to the same person, so it's safe. And we'll take care of your children while you have your health screenings and manipulation as well.
Okay. And you're going to have someone there that can interpret if you're speaking Spanish?
Absolutely. We have several Spanish interpreters who are there on Saturday morning, and we look forward to that.
Okay. Now, is there a cost to this?
No cost whatsoever. Free to the community.
Don't we love free?
Absolutely.
So this is going to take place this coming Saturday, August the 24th, at the Franklin Heights Church at 110 Hilltop Drive. And if you're not familiar or you are familiar with the church, it will be the old entrance that you used to come in, not the
Correct.
brand new one.
Correct.
So that you will be in the right place. Well, I think this is absolutely wonderful. Now, we were talking about pharmacy information. If you come in and you have a problem, are these doctors able to prescribe medicine?
We're not able to prescribe medication, obviously, for medical legal purposes at this health screening, but we can direct you to the appropriate primary care doctor
Okay.
or the appropriate social service to help you. We can give advice. If you're in a situation where it's dangerous, such as extremely high sugar or extremely high blood pressure, we can direct you right to the ER or right to urgent care. But we will be there to take care of you either way.
Well, I think this is wonderful, and this is going to be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
That's right.
So it's like first come, first serve, kind of, because you
That's
got
right.
3 hours here. So get up. It's Saturday morning. We get up. If you want to go and have any of these things looked at, you got some concerns about some skin cancer and vision screening, I'm going to hook him up with some reading glasses. So this is wonderful, and this is free. And this day and time, with the cost of everything, this is absolutely wonderful that you all are doing this.
Thank you so much. We, at Franklin Heights, Jesus has given his life for us, and we want to show the community how much he loves them. We love our county. We love Franklin County, and this is just one of the ways that we help meet practical needs and show the people of our community who Jesus is.
Well, Franklin Heights Church is so active in providing things. Like I know at National Night Out, they were there doing food. They're hosting this new Bible course that's coming up in September, and they're always doing something to help the community. The Strawberry Festival, it's, you know, you're always hearing about Franklin Heights Church. And when you're talking about Jesus, you know, I think about him, and I think about what he went through for us on the cross. And you know, when you see the movies and you see they're portraying him, but just think about what he did for us.
Absolutely.
And I say, when people talk about my, what is the word? I'm like, you know, there's only one perfect person, and he was crucified.
That's
so
right.
Give me a chance here.
That's right.
Okay, so you have a little scripture here. You want to read that for us?
I do. I wrote Hebrews 10:24 down this morning, which says, "And let us consider how to stir one another in love and good works."
I love that.
And that's what we're doing here with this event that's hosted by Franklin Heights Church for the community.
Okay, well, this is wonderful. I thank you so much for taking time this morning. You know, we have so many things going on in Franklin County, and I love it when people come in, and let's share it, because we do have a lot of viewers out there. This show will air again at 2:30 and at 5 o'clock today on Cable 12. So join in, and then also we're back able now to put us on Facebook. So if you go to Facebook and click on the magnifying glass and type in Cable Space 12, Rise and Shine will pop up. So anybody you want to tell, hey, go look at me on TV this morning, they can pull it up on Facebook. And I also found it last night. I was messing around on my computer. If you go into Cable 12 on the computer, you can pull it up. I did not know that until I was messing around on the computer last night.
Wow, okay.
So we got all kinds of ways that we can put you out there.
Well, thank you so much.
And I'll be advertising this for you Wednesday and Friday.
Okay.
And then I'll get your phone number before you leave, and we'll get connected with these reader glasses.
Thank you very much.
You never know what kind of connections you're going to
That's
get.
right.
Because I can go to the Eye Center there in Roanoke, the Lions Club Center, and get you some.
I'm very
All
thankful.
right. Well, we are so glad Dr. Bill came this morning to share us about the health fair. We're going to take a short break. We have another guest that's going to come and talk to us. Well, I'm going to wait and let her tell you. It'll be a surprise. So stay with us. Get a coffee cup. We'll put some coffee in it. I had some, I never say it right, caramel macchiato over the weekend. I hadn't taken time to have a cup of hot coffee in a long time. But anyway, hey, get a cup of coffee. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back to Rise and Shine. And we have a pretty little lady here this morning that I've known since she was what? Knee-high to a whatever?
4 or 5.
Long time. She's been a friend of my daughter's and mine. They used to come over and trick or treat with my kids when they were young, and her mom and dad would come in and we would party while they went trick or treating. So I'm going to let her introduce herself and talk about something that's very important in the school system.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Amy Johnson with Franklin County Public Schools. I'm the Student Services Administrator. This is my second year in that position. I was an administrator at the high school for like the last 14 years. So this is new and different, and we all need changes sometimes. So.
And we're so proud of you, Amy,
Thank
that you now have that little title in front of your name. She is Dr. Amy Johnson.
I appreciate that.
That is wonderful.
I appreciate that.
Proud of you.
Thank you so much.
So let's see, what we're going to talk about this morning.
So what we're going to talk about is healthy school attendance. Since the pandemic, students attending school has declined greatly. And even though we use the pandemic as an excuse, it started to occur before the pandemic. What we're finding is that students are laying out of school. They don't feel like they need to be in school. And a lot of that is because they had opportunities to be virtual during the pandemic. But what we have found is that in order for them to build relationships, in order for them to understand the curriculum, in order for them to just interact with others, it's really important for them to come to school and be at school on time. There are two types of attendance, chronic absenteeism and truancy. The state we are accredited based on chronic absenteeism. And what folks don't understand is that includes excused absences. So when a student misses 10% of their school year out of 180 days, that's 18 days a year, students are determined to be chronically absent from school. And again, it doesn't matter if it's excused, unexcused, that includes suspensions as well. So what we need to do as a community, as a division, is we want to promote and support healthy school attendance. We understand that there is a need for doctor's appointments. There's a need for orthodontist appointments. If you could vary those appointments or try to get the latest as possible, I think that would greatly impact students coming to school and being at school for the time that they need to be there. The other piece to this is truancy. That kind of has a negative connotation. Truancy is when students are missing either at 5, 7, and 10 days, they get a letter from the school division that basically states that, the Virginia Code says that you're required to come to school. Truancy means that we have undocumented absences, meaning we don't have notes from parents, doctors, or whomever. And when a student gets to a certain point, they can be referred to the truancy response team. And ultimately, if they do not continue to come to school, we could take them to court, which is something we don't want to do. And again, like I said, that has like a negative connotation, but we really want families and the community to understand we want to partner with them. If they are struggling with something, or if their student is chronically ill, maybe we have some services that we can put in place to help support the families. So even though you receive that 5, 10, or 7 day, or 5, 7, 10 day letter from me or the school stating that your kid has been absent and this could happen, just take that as, okay, what is it that they can do to help me? Let me give a call to my school social worker or the principal or even my office and see if there's some services out there in the community that can help support them.
Now, in order to be excused, now, does that take a note from a parent or a note from the doctor?
So we accept 5 parent notes each semester. So that's up to 10 notes a year. But like I said, for chronic absenteeism, 10 absences is a lot. In order for them to be chronically absent, that's 18. And I've read some infographics, in the last couple of years regarding that. Students who miss 18 days of school or 20 days of school, essentially by the time they graduate, they've missed a whole year of school. And, when you put that into perspective, you understand what it is that you're missing. When students in kindergarten and first grade, when they're missing school often, think about all the crucial basics, that they miss out on: reading, math, those kinds of things. And we all know, those of us that have worked in the school system, you need that foundation in order for you to grow as you get older. So even though you don't relate it, what you do in kindergarten ultimately does impact you as a senior in high school.
Well, being in the classroom and you can interact with the other students, and especially in math, getting those formulas down and having that teacher explain it. I know myself from when I come through school a long time ago. I didn't miss a day my senior year because I was afraid I would miss something. So I mean, just think about it. If you're not there, not only you're missing your schoolwork, you're missing seeing your friends, you're missing that good lunch at the cafeteria, and it's free still, right?
It is free.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, you want to get up and go to school. You want to learn. You've got to have an education. You want to graduate. You want to get that diploma. I can remember when I first went to work at the Giroux Center, there was a big poster when Mr. Giroux was superintendent, and they had signatures of a lot of businesses in Franklin County that would not hire you unless you had a diploma. And just think about it. You want to graduate, you want to get that diploma, and then you do want to get this education so you can go on to college.
I'm glad you brought that up. We do have some employers that have called before to ask if a student has good attendance, because they don't want to hire you. If you can't go to school, then likely you're not going to be able to go to work. You also brought up interacting with others. Over the last several years, let's say 5, but it's probably been longer, students have a really hard time. What we have found is students have a really hard time interacting with one another. We've talked about phones on here before. Students like to hide behind their phones. So we need to get them back in school, interacting with others, learning conflict resolution, and just, healthy social behaviors. And, there's a lot of talk about school anxiety. If you can come to school, we can work with you on that. We can put you, help you meet other people. You can develop some great friendships if you come to school on a regular basis.
I have some friends, like I said, we were talking before the show, I went to my class reunion. And now one of the girls, I have a friend that we've been friends since 5th grade. And you just form these friendships. And they just, and another fellow there, I think we are closer now, and since we have graduated, than we were when we were in school. And I know the classes are large. It's usually like 500 in each class?
Average, yeah, between
About
450
It was
and
about 500 when you graduated.
That's correct.
I'll never forget all the diplomas that was given out. She graduated with my daughter, so. But it's so important to get an education, and I can look back and I could, so to speak, kick my butt because I did not pay more attention in world history. I thought, why am I going to need to know this? And I wish I'd taken a geography class to understand where all these countries are located. I used to substitute teach too. I just retired from the Giroux Center after being there for 22 years. But when I substituted, I wanted to have a map of Virginia if we went out of something to do, and teach the kids where the counties are.
Right.
When it comes up that they're having rain in Pennsylvania or this, all the counties around, where is that located in relation to me? So that was something I wanted to carry in my bag, just in case I ran out, but I'd bribe them. If they were good for me for the first 2 days, I'd bring them cookies third day.
Oh, excuse me.
It's okay.
So, I really appreciate you having us on. School attendance is extremely important. Again, we are really encouraging the community and family support in this. Dr. Sears actually sent out a letter on Friday just outlining these are the expectations for the year, and this is what you may or may not receive. We are going to incorporate a family attendance plan this year. So once you get to a certain point, either our family liaisons or our school social workers will reach out to the family. Again, it's not to be punitive, it's not to be negative, but what is it that we can do to help support you and your child? And, like I said, to the extreme, the truancy response team, but we don't want to get there. We want to help you from the beginning.
Well, yeah, we want children to be there so they can learn. And this
Absolutely.
is so important, and it should be important to the parents. You know, sometimes a child will graduate, maybe be the first child that's ever gone to college in the family.
Mhm.
I was the first one in my family, and then my sister took her 10 years to get her bachelor's, but she was married, having children, and but I was so proud of her. And then she went on to get her master's. I didn't do that.
Mhm.
But hey, but I told Dr. Martin from Ferrum College, there's a course up there I'd like to take. So once I get all my bags unpacked from the stuff I carried home that I collected for 22 years, I may look into going to
You
Ferrum
should.
and take a class. I mean, why not? Somebody says, well, what are you doing? I don't know how I ever had time to go to work. But we have touched on, when you all have been on here, the new phone policy that you cannot have your phone out from the time you get to school until the time the bell rings for you to go home. This is going to be enforced this year, and it's so important. Put the phones away. And it's so, you know, you go out, this is not in school, but you go out to dinner, and here's a couple having dinner with the phone in front of them. They're not interacting, so it's good. These phones are going to be put away, and this will encourage more interaction with
Absolutely.
the children. Also, we talked about dress code,
Mhm.
and that is it's always been there, but since COVID, it hasn't been really enforced.
Mhm.
So we're going to have coverage from shoulder to shoulder.
Got the
Pants,
mid-thigh.
pants have got to be at least mid-thigh, and if you got holes in your jeans, they can't be above mid-thigh either. So that's what, either wear some leggings underneath, or you know, I see these kids with leggings under their pants, and I would smother. I would just melt if I had to wear all that. So you may have to get some duct tape. I have a roll of duct tape. It's got the stars and stripes on it. I may take that to the nurse and say, here, I don't need this
Have it.
anymore.
That's true.
And you can put little stars and stripes on it.
But you can
So-
always come and visit. You can, come visit us at schools and, spend some time and interact with our kids as well.
Well, we've talked about, I think it was Tim I was talking about, I would love to help with a program. They've had Ties for Guys.
Mhm.
I would love to start one, Pearls for Girls.
I think that would be amazing. That
And,
would be
just
great.
teach them little things like your personal hygiene, how you dress to go for an
Mhm.
interview. And I've been wanting to do, on this show, to do a place setting of how to set a table. Well, like kids don't know where to put
No.
the fork and the knife. And I have a girlfriend that does some really elegant dinners, and I want her to come on here and do it, and she won't do it. I said, okay, but I do it. You're not going to critique me and tell me I did it wrong.
Right.
But I would like to teach young ladies, things that they need to know. And maybe, I was talking to somebody the other day, they don't teach home ec in school anymore. And there's so many things that I've learned taking home ec that has helped me all my life. So anyway, we'll talk about that. Just as soon as I get organized. I just finished canning 14 quarts of pickles, and I'm done with canning. It's out of my kitchen, thank God, except for the jars sitting all over the place that cooled yesterday. I canned 28 jars of pickles, and I won second place in the Ag Fair. I'm proud of that. Thank you. Anything else, Amy? I tend to jump. I'll save myself. I jump across the creek and
Yeah.
get on another subject. But we just want to encourage these children to come to school. Parents, and encourage your children to get up, get ready, be on time, catch that bus.
That's exactly right. And I want to say one more time that we need community support in this. This is not a Franklin County Public School problem. This is a community problem, and we need to make sure, no matter you're coming to public school or private school, healthy school attendance is extremely important.
Okay, so tomorrow we got Business Day coming up
We do. Mhm.
from 11 to 6.
It is 11 to 6, yes, ma'am. And I believe tonight, don't quote me, I think tonight is freshman orientation at the high school.
I think I heard that too.
So just, check, the high school's Facebook and maybe even the division Facebook. We should have some information on there.
Okay, the teachers are back. They
Teachers are
came back on the 15th.
Mhm.
And then we've got the schedule right up
Oh,
here, back to
thank you.
school, open house from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. August the 20th. That's Business Day tomorrow.
Mhm.
And then teacher work day there, it's all day today. Then the students come back on the
They
22nd.
do. They get to come back on Thursday.
They're excited about that.
They are, even though they say they're not, they are.
Maybe they've gone out and shopped and bought some new clothes and want to put on a new outfit. I always did. I always dressed up for the first
I
day
do
of
too.
school. And even when I worked in the school, I always wore something nice. No, well, I said I was the business manager and I dressed the part. If you see my closet, I did. So we are so happy to partner with you and the school system and get these messages out. We've had Dr. Sears on, we've had Tim Overstreet, and Tim and I go back from when he was 14 too. So, you know what, it just all tells you how old I am.
It just tells you all the connections you made over
There
there.
you go.
That's
There
what
you
it
go.
is.
Just like I'm going to go and get some reader glasses for Dr. Billups for this free clinic that's coming up this weekend. And you know, the Lions Club, some people don't even know what the Lions Club does, but we need young people, hint, hint. We only meet one night a month, and we do, and see when, years ago, they had 80 members in the Lions Club. Well, then Rotary started, and that took some of the members away. But I'm the president of the club, and I said, you know, us old folks aren't going to be around here forever, and we need young folks to carry on. And we've gotten some younger people to join, which I'm just thrilled. But anyway, we invite you to come second Thursday
that.
to Jose's at 6 o'clock. We'll even treat you to dinner the first night.
Sounds great.
Okay, Amy, anything else you want to add?
I don't believe so, but I
Okay.
appreciate you having us on.
Oh, I just tickle. We have certain days that we set aside for the school system, and we're always delighted to have you all on and share with our viewers out there what's going on in the community and what. I mean, a lot of early in the morning, probably grandparents, parents are watching, and people tell me they do watch the show, so they
Great.
will see what you got to say. Like I
Great.
said, we'll air again today at 2:30 and again at 5 o'clock, the same show. Well, Amy,
Thank
again,
you.
thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
coming.
much.
I know you need to get to work.
It's okay.
So we're going to take a short break. Now I've got some announcements of things that are coming up, and I want to tell you about Fish Friday. I went Friday night, so stay with us. I'm going to critique that for you. So we'll be right back. welcome back to Rise and Shine. We're delighted to have our guests with us this morning. Dr. Billups telling us about the free clinic that's going to be held this coming Saturday from 10 to 1 p.m. at Franklin Heights Church. And there's going to be all different kinds of stations. Get your blood pressure checked. They're going to be checking for skin cancer, pharmacy information. They cannot write you a prescription, but you can go and get some information. Like I wish I might have to go and talk about some pills they've given me for my cancer. And I came in the house one day and I thought the air conditioner was broke. Well, I was having a hot flash and these pills caused it. I thought here at 75 having hot flashes, but it's happening. They're going to have vision screening, and I'm going to go and hook them up with some reading glasses, which will be free. They're going to have dental health screenings. You maybe need your teeth cleaned, or they're going to have the dental truck there. They're going to be talking about exercise and nutrition, osteopathic manipulation, if you want to go. That's kind of like a little massage to get everything working right. And women's health. And so we've been promoting getting your mammograms early. Early detection of cancer is the clue here. You've got to get it detected early. And then you can be able to sign up for Medicaid information. So that's, again, this coming Saturday, Franklin Heights Church from 10 to 1 p.m. And they say it's kind of like first come, first serve, because you're only going to have 3 hours there. So you want to get there. If there's something you need looked at, you want to get there. I want to tell you about the fish fry. You know, we always telling you about the fish fries on Friday night at Ferrum College. Well, we went this past Friday night. They have a new company that is doing the food, and it was absolutely delicious. They have a station now with hamburgers. You know how students love hamburgers. So on one side, you could go and get your hamburger, and they cook it right there. It's not something that's pulled out, that's been cooked a long time. The hamburgers looked really good, but I went for the cod. The scalloped potatoes were delicious. They had greens. They grow their own greens for the salad. That is included, your salad bar and your drink and your dessert for $12. And it does, I think it was like 13 something with the tax. And this takes place on Friday nights at the Ferrum College at 445 Fair Mountain Road from 4:30 until 8 p.m. And they love for the people of the community to come. I saw some people there that they had been coming to the fish fry for years. So this wasn't taking place during the summer because they had a changeover in their caterers. So this is now a back fish fry on Friday night, 4:30 to 8. It's $12 plus tax. You will not be disappointed if you go. All right, we've got the free clinic coming up on Saturday. All right, I got all kinds of things here to tell you about. Coming up on the 31st, me and my papers. The band is going to have a pancake breakfast at Applebee's. It's going to be from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. The band's going to be there playing outside. Then the band members, some of them will go inside and serve you. It's going to be pancakes with butter, warm syrup, scrambled eggs, sausage links, coffee, orange juice, or soda is included. Now think about it. We went out for breakfast the other day. It was $7 something in this restaurant. We hadn't been there for a while, but then the coffee was $3 a cup. So when you think about $14 to get all this, that's not a bad deal. So again, it's pancakes with butter and warm syrup, scrambled eggs, sausage links, coffee, orange juice, or soda. Adults are $14 and kids 10 and under are $7. All these proceeds will go to benefit the Franklin County High School Band. And if you haven't heard the band play, you have missed a treat. I went it was before school was out. It was the evening with the band down at the Harvester, and they were excellent. Adam Singer has done a great job with this band, and you don't want to miss hearing them play out there, and you don't want to miss the pancakes. Again, that is from 7 to 10 on August the 31st. So put that on your calendar. We don't want you to miss anything, and we do have so many things going on in Franklin County. Now, put this on your calendar. Some ladies are going to start the community Bible study, and that is also going to take place at the Franklin Heights Church from 10:30 to 12:30 on Tuesdays. They will have childcare for children 0 to 12. Well, the 12-year-olds probably should be in school, but for your children, if you want to go, they will have childcare for them. This is going to start on September the 3rd. And trust me, that is going to be here before you know it. It's the day after Labor Day. And they're going to be studying the book of Matthew. This is a non-denominational meeting. It's going to run for 30 weeks. And I do have a print. I've got to do the printout. There's going to be one in some other locations too. I'll have it for you on Wednesday. So again, that is coming up. Put that on your calendar starting September the 3rd, the Community Bible Study. Okay, also the band is, coming up this weekend. We don't want you to miss this. We had on Friday some sisters were here from Ferrum College telling us about Nonsense, which is coming up this coming weekend. Now, what is Nonsense? This is a play. There was a, what should I say, uh, a, a mishap in the cafeteria and this nunnery, and some vichyssoise poisoned a lot of the nuns. Well, there's 4 nuns that survived. I think it's 4 or 5, I'm not sure which. But they are trying to do a fundraiser to raise funds to bury the 4 nuns that they have left that nobody claimed. So this is a musical. We had Emily on Friday and TJ giving us an excerpt from what we're going to hear. And it's going to start this Thursday, August 22nd. There will be a matinee. If you want to come for lunch, it's at 12:30. The play is at 2. Then Friday night, they encourage you to go to the fish fry. There will not be a buffet dinner that night, but the presentation, the play will start at 7. And then you have plenty of time to go to the fish fry and get over to the next building over for the performance. Saturday, August 24th, there will be, dinner will start at 5:30, and then the play at 7. And Sunday, again, another matinee. You can get there if you're going to church. You can make it, go to church, and it's a buffet. So even if you get there at 12:30 or later, the play won't start until 2. So come on after church. It's $30 for the play and the lunch. It's just $10 if you're just coming for the performance. But you want to call this number right here. It's up on the screen, 540-365-4355. You want to call soon. Don't wait, because some of these performances do sell out and you won't be able to get a ticket. So I encourage you, I've already got my tickets for Saturday night. I did not want to be left out. I want to get there and get a good seat. So we encourage you. This is so wonderful that we have this right here, a dinner theater right here in our back door up at Ferrum College. And the kids are back. I saw some of them, I saw some of the football players. We're getting ready to start their first football game on September 7th, and we're excited about that. Love to go and cheer those kids on. And on the ag fair, it looked like they were having a good attendance. I didn't get to go in, but I did drop off something to somebody down there on Saturday, sorry. But my pickles did win second place, so I'm just thrilled. I've never had time to get down there to enter something, so this year I did. And I'm real pleased. Hey, second place is fine with me. I didn't come in first, but I came in second, and that's all right. All right, we do have, put this on your calendar. The Autumn Festival is coming up for the Stepping Stone Mission. That is going to be held on September the 28th at Franklin County High School in the Law parking lot. Now, that's the parking lot in front of the football stadium. There will be vendors, food, and lots more. And they are selling raffle tickets, and the drawing will be that day. The prizes are $250, $175, and $75. So with each ticket, you have 3 chances to win, and they are $2 each or 3 for $5. They did a 50-50 at my class reunion this past weekend, and guess who won? I did. Oh, how lucky was I? But I donated that money back to our Alumni Association for the Clifton Forest Mountaineers. So I was glad that I could it was $78, but hey, $78 is $78. So I was glad to be able to donate that back to our Alumni Association. But again, put on your calendar, Saturday, September the 28th in the Law parking lot. And I don't have the times down here for that, but I'll have that for you on Wednesday, but that's coming up. So we've got time. Now, I did get a message here, and we're going to have him on to talk about this. The Franklin County High School Band is working with Ultimate Shine Car Wash, and this is going to run until the end of the month. So we don't have long to do this, but I did not know about this. If you go through and wash your car, and let's see, it says choose your wash and any additional services, and before you pay, while on the payment screen, select the orange Enter Fundraiser code button, and that code is 3091. And then the band will get 30%, I think that's what I read on here, if they will pay yes. Enter the code 3091 at any Ultimate Shine car wash, and the Franklin County High School band receives 30% of the sale. Detailed instructions are out. Okay, I've got the flyer. So if you go to wash your car, and when you get to that screen, put in 3091, and 30% of your sale will go to Franklin County High School. Now that's going to run through the end of the month. So we did want you to know about that. We do want to help the band out in any way we can. It's such a great band. It makes such a good, when they play, it's just such a good feeling, and it just makes our school system look good. And we want to help them out. There's also something else from the Franklin County Band Boosters called the Screaming Eagles Club. And this is for the band. The mission of the Screaming Eagles Club is to provide financial support for the Franklin County High School band so that our students, our school, our community have the best band experience in Virginia. You can help us accomplish this mission by providing sponsorships and by participating in our fundraising events. And they've got sponsorship levels. Screaming Eagle, excuse me, if you donate $50 to $249, you would get the bronze category, $250 to $499. Silver is $500 to $1,999, and gold is $2,000 to $4,999. And you get platinum if it's $5,000 or greater. Company and individual sponsors earn benefits based on their level of contribution. Your donations go towards band operations or choose our instrument campaign or scholarship program. So if you would like to make a donation and be part of the Screaming Eagles Club, you can contact Wade Dunford, fundraising chairman at the Franklin County High School Band Boosters. His email is fundraising all one word, franklincountyband.org. And he's going to be on the show here in a couple days to tell you more about that. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We're getting ready to have these children go back to school. We want you to be safe. We want you to allow extra time. You know, Thursday, there's going to be buses out. They're going to be stopping. They're going to have flashing lights. You've got to stop and not pass that bus. If you are on a road that has a median, the oncoming traffic does not have to stop. But like on North Main Street, there is no median, and you see a bus stop to pick up a child, if you're coming in the opposite lane, you have to stop. We want to be careful with our children. Now, the time changes, so it'll be dark some of these mornings like that when you're out waiting for the bus. So we want to be careful when you're driving, and we don't want to have any fatalities or any accidents. So beware of those flashing lights on the bus so you can stop, and we want our children to be safe. And I think it's exciting for these kids going back to school. It's not exciting for me. I don't get to go back. I retired, but I will miss the people, miss the students. But anyway, we look forward to the kids going back to school on Thursday. Tomorrow is business day. Don't forget, 11 to 6 p.m. Go to your school, pay your fees, meet your teachers, get your schedule. That all will take place tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll see you again on Wednesday. I can't remember who I've got coming, but I do have guests. So join us on Wednesday and see who's here. Thanks for joining us again.